Yo, what is happening? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again to another video on the channel. Hope everybody's well, having a great weekend. So guys, we smashed 100 likes on the last video, so a big thank you to everybody, as I always do, for leaving all those lovely juicy likes. And if you don't know why likes, comments are so important on YouTube, it's kind of one of the things YouTube uses in its algorithm to push its videos out to, you know, a far wider audience. So everybody who leaves a like, everybody who leaves a comment, you are actually helping my channel grow. So a big thank you to you all. So today, guys, what I want to talk about is, I think people have covered this before, but I don't think I've said anything, not as bluntly as what I'm going to say today. I don't know what gameplay we're going to have in the background, guys. It's definitely not going to be Modern Warfare 3, because I genuinely think it's the worst Call of Duty game of all time. I know a lot of that is subjective, but, you know, this whole EO-MM, engine optimized matchmaking, which I've seen it for myself in games where I've been playing, like the gameplay I uploaded, was it yesterday, where I was playing that new Vortex mode. First half of the match, I was getting absolutely dominated. Then the second half of the match with the exact same people, I started to dominate. So if you don't believe me, go and watch that video. It's pretty obvious what's going off there, what's happening with the algorithms. But something which a lot of people don't talk about, which I'm going to talk about today, a lot of people are probably going to come on here and, you know, just get really, really annoyed and upset with what I'm saying. But I kind of genuinely think this is what's really happening with Call of Duty, and I think it's one of the biggest reasons why Call of Duty is failing. Again, not everybody's going to agree with me, but I just want to put my opinion out there, and you guys and girls, leave your comments in the comment section, and, you know, let's just see what all you think watching this video. I'm only one person speaking my mind about Call of Duty on the internet, so who's to say I'm right? But anyway, I'm going to tell you what I think. So, all these big streamers, content creators, mainly streamers, it's just embarrassing watching them play. And the reason why I'm saying it's embarrassing, I've been around for long enough to understand when people have got something going off in the background, actually telling them where people are coming from, or maybe they're exploiting, you know, the VPN system, you know, bot lobbies. When I'm watching these big streamers, and I'm not going to mention any particular names because then it just gets their fans' butt hurt. They say, oh, you're just using their name for clout on the internet. You're just using their name or their brand to, you know, drive views to my channel. So I'm not really going to do that. That's not what I'm trying to say with this video. I don't really need to say any names because pretty much every single big streamer does this. When I'm watching their gameplay, while they're all incredibly gifted at the game, nobody can deny that, it's like they know where everybody's coming from. It's ridiculous. Like, they've all got perfect aim. Something is clearly not right with how Call of Duty is. And I think I've said this before, actually, this part. It's like Activision knows they're cheating. Maybe Activision even provides them with the cheats, saying, don't worry, guys, you can have aimbot, you can have wall hack, because we need you as content creators, the biggest ones out there, to make our video game look better than what it is. Now, again, you've got skill-based matchmaking in Call of Duty, so somebody please explain to me why somebody can go in a quad lobby as a solo and get 50, 60 kills when there's supposed to be skill-based matchmaking in the game. So one player dropping in on their own against team of fours can somehow get 50 kills. Something's not right there. It's quite clear that people are exploiting the system. Maybe Activision knows about it. Maybe they don't. Ultimately, nobody knows. But I think it's something worth talking about. Because you look on Twitch TV right now, look at the top, you know, people streaming that game. It's incredible. They know where the enemies are. There's all these hacker hunting channels, which I don't agree with everything they say all the time, but it's like this old saying goes, there's no smoke without fire. There's enough suspicious clips on the internet of all these big streamers that really something is going off. It doesn't matter if we're talking about skill-based matchmaking, engine-optimized matchmaking, wall hacks, aim hacks. Obviously, they're not going to rage hack because then it's just obvious what they're doing. But just look at their gameplay on their channel. And if you're a fairly decent Call of Duty player, you've kind of got decent game sense, you're going to be looking at what they're doing. And it just doesn't make sense. They know where everybody is all the time, regardless if there's UAVs, or if one of their one of their squad has seen these people knocking around. It just happens way too often for it to be legit. There's even a big streamer out there where he makes fun of getting wall bangs all the time. And towards the end of this video, I just want to say this. If you look at their gameplay when they're sat at home with their, let's put it this way, hacks on, for instance, they're incredible at the game. Yet a lot of these big streamers don't turn up to any LAN events. I find that incredibly difficult to believe. Why wouldn't you turn up to a LAN event hosted by Activision when you can make a lot of money? And then there's other people where they turn up to these LAN events, promoting the latest Call of Duty, and for some reason they can't aim for shit. They don't suddenly know where everybody's coming from. I know there's going to be a lot of simps for all these bigger content creators who just believe everything they get told. It's like these people who believe everything they read on the internet. The world isn't as simple. The world isn't as straightforward as what you think it is. And ultimately, guys, what do these big streamers do for a living? They promote a product to people. Are they gamers? No. They would have been gamers years ago when they was emerging on the scene, but now all these big streamers, YouTubers, doesn't matter who it is, they are all part of the corporate machine to promote video games to you. Doesn't matter if it's Call of Duty, Apex, it could be any video game out there. Ultimately, they are basically playing a video game to make as much money as possible. And to make as much money as possible, they're going to obviously be working with Activision, with EA, with Ubisoft, or whatever, other developer or publisher has made those video games. I just think it's hilarious that you get people calling themselves movement kings. Yeah, it's like they're walking in sludge when they're playing on a LAN. And ultimately, this is part of the reason why now Call of Duty has got to the point it has. Everybody thinks because the game sells a lot that it's a good game. That's not a good, viable metric. Call of Duty spends probably billions on advertising their video game. They're going to get a huge amount of sales. Like I've said before, I've used the analogy before. If Call of Duty sell dog shit, people would buy dog shit. They would eat that dog shit and they would say that dog shit is very nice. It's the best dog shit they have ever tasted in their life. Because that's how advertising works. It mind screws people. That's what Activision does. They spend lots of money at it. It's always going to sell lots of copies. But a good metric to look at is how many people are still playing the game after it's been out 2 or 3 months. And you know that not many people are playing the game. I've done videos talking about the player numbers dropping. It's embarrassing. A Call of Duty video game to get released, to then have a free weekend for multiplayer 3 weeks after it's dropped, is incredible and it's unheard of. But again, this is just my opinion. Please leave your comments in the comments section and I will answer as many comments as I have. And remember, guys, when this video gets to 100 likes, we'll do another one. But if you've got nothing to comment, guys, please help me out for the YouTube algorithm and type in the comments section, Call of Duty sucks. Love you all. Take it easy. Have a great weekend. Goodbye for now.